Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Mark of Chaos with me, Bring It On. Dominion. Dominion awaits.
Another waystone has been erected to the north of here. I can feel it. It must be torn down!
Strong bulwarks protect the high ground to the north.
Mistress, the assassin speaks the truth. We must wait for our siege weapons. Without them, we will be unable to break through.
If we linger here, the High Elves will become aware of our presence. No, we have not the luxury of time. We move to the north now! I feel the presence of others nearby. It may be that we can use them to our advantage.
Spying strong defenses up ahead, Lilith halts the advance of her army and consults with her commanders. Faced with strong defenses but lacking the time to wait for siege reinforcements, Lilith is forced to use any means to breach the line. Ooh. Alright, spearmen. So bring all of our crossbowmen. Oh, let's rock and roll. I really like the design of the Cold One Knights. They just look cool. Plus, I'm a sucker for any sort of cavalry that uses lances anyway. It's like the epitome of what it means to be a knight. Or at least the aesthetic. Not necessarily what it means to be a knight, but what it looks like to be a knight. There we go.
You dare to bother me?
Is that a dead giant? Okay.
New information has
Great
been
is
gleaned.
my knowledge. Hatred
So there's a way to
drives me
go
on.
that way.
I
So let's go this way.
please.
Actually,
Bitterness fuels my strength. Bow before me, for I grace you with my
I'll
presence.
put these guys in with some of these spearmen.
Make way for your betters.
Pathetic
Mistress Lilith, giants twisted by the power of chaos, rampage ahead. Is it wise to proceed?
Tulaketh, I am well aware of them. They will be our unwitting allies here. Come, you shall see.
Okay, what's it want me to do? I don't want to hurt it. Use the Scroll of Lesser Dominion to gain control over Chaos Giants. Who has that? Oh, she does.
Bow down before your betters. Excellent. Their small minds are easily dominated, but it shall not last long.
Alright, perfect. Well, we'll use him to scout ahead and not worry about it. What do we have over here? Alright, so this is a settlement we have to attack. So I guarantee there will be more
Bow
giants
before
up here.
me.
The pathetic enemy has been sighted.
I guess the problem with that is I don't want my giant to, I don't know if there's one right there.
Long have I studied the dark arts. The secrets of the dark arts are mine.
That beer tasted good.
Don't fight each other. I said don't fight each other. Run!
Kneel before me.
What would you will us do, my lord?
Can I smash him now?
The
All right.
pathetic enemy has been sighted.
We'll send them up there while we go hunt down the rest of the
All
giants.
winds of
Sacrifices
magic
decay.
coiling around me.
Oh yeah, they do have a limited. Okay,
What do you want?
it's only for 5 minutes, so yeah, we need to get the most bang for our buck out of these guys as we can.
Ways left.
Get after this halberdier so we don't have to deal with them.
Study the dark arts.
Actually, we only need.
Let no one
Well, we don't know what
dare
other
stand
units
in
might be
my
over here.
path.
Dum-de-dum-de-dum.
I know what this does. When activated, the giant stuns all enemies around him for 5 seconds.
I shall
enemy
wipe this
dares to
land
strike
clear
against
of our hated kin.
Looks like it's only going to be giants. I'm going to go ahead and send everybody
Clear
over
of
here.
our hated kin.
I don't want to waste too much
A
time.
curse upon this land!
Because I only have 5 minutes per giant. We don't know how many walls we'll have to break through.
Hatred drives me on.
I'll get him with me club. What do you want?
You guys start bashing the walls down, I guess. He can finish this guy.
Death to the Asur! My reach is far!
All right down there?
How many walls do we have to break
Enemy has
through?
been sighted.
They empty spot up here. That's it. I guarantee there's a treasure behind that wall.
They've breached the walls! To arms! To arms!
Bow down before your betters.
I think I've trodden on someone.
I'm gonna try and sneak this guy over here.
Dares to strike against you. The pathetic
Please
enemy
quit
has been
little
sighted.
I'll keep them together for now while
I
my maiden
desire
force gets
more
here.
Slaves. No mercy.
Me squish little things. That beer tasted
There we
good.
go. We got every control of all my units now.
And I smash him now.
I think Control A. Control A also does it. That's a universal shortcut for all RTSs since the beginning of time.
Get me more beer.
Death is the only certainty. Great shall be the bloodletting. Death comes. Countless thousands have fallen beneath my
Enemy dares to strike against you.
The Lord of Murder wills
More
it.
sacrifices to Cain.
Cain guides my blade.
I am of the noble houses of Nagaroth.
They might have beer.
Your desire.
Well,
Your orders, Highborn? The pathetic enemy has been sighted.
There's a good chance that we won't have control of this one giant before he breaks through this wall, so I'll have to put my units around him to put him down once he
No finer shot will you find.
gets his free will back. So we can't have that,
Our
can we?
hatred drives us onwards.
Knowledge of all poisons is mine.
Actually, you get up here and capture these, I think.
No finer shot will you find to strike against you. You
Me
have
squish
succeeded.
little
The witch
things.
You cannot maintain control over the creature!
Smash, smash, smash.
Great is my knowledge. That cannot be done! A curse upon this land!
pathetic enemy has been
an order?
sighted.
It has been too long since blood has been shed.
Smash, smash, smash.
He won't last long.
More sacrifices
My
to
path
Cain.
is clear. Swift shall be my footsteps.
Heart from your body. Knowledge of all poisons is mine. That is an impossibility.
Not exactly what I wanted to have happen, but sure.
A sacrifice is needed.
You guys please pull back.
Lord,
Pull back.
Control over the creature!
Pull back.
We must move with
Don't I have
haste.
control over them once they start going crazy or whatever?
Yes.
A
More
sacrifice is
sacrifices to
needed.
Cain.
The bloody-handed god urges
Alright,
us on.
let's deal with these
I shall
things
cleave
first.
through them. An order? The
What are these guys doing?
bloodshed will be great.
Kneel before me! I need my own path.
Worthy sacrifice to Cain.
My poisons are ready. My path
More
is set.
sacrifices
Death
to Cain.
moves swiftly.
What do you want?
I sent him up here, I guess, to capture that before he...
Forward, brides of Cain.
I'm just need to get these guys back so they don't die.
My bitterness fuels my
I'm about to lose control
strength.
over this giant, so we're gonna get in position to take him down.
Your wish, my lord.
I shall wipe this land clear of our hated kin. The power of my spell wanes. Shall wipe this land clear of our hated kin.
More sacrifices decay.
Secrets of the dark.
All right, nothing to it.
Are mine.
My blade work is beyond compare.
Nothing shall slow me.
Oh, he's about to go down too.
Long
Or we're about to
have I
lose control over
studied
him,
dark
not go
arts.
down.
Grip upon these lands, Titans.
So you don't have a lot of time to fiddle with the giants. Well, I also wasn't
My
micromanaging them
blade
very well.
is ready.
Our crossbows are
The
ready.
power of my spell wanes. My wrath is all powerful.
More sacrifices decay.
All right, that works out.
Me.
I don't see anything else up here, so let's go back down here.
These lands will fall.
Oh yeah, 3 items? Heck yeah. I'm glad I saw this little
Pathetic enemy has been sighted.
None shall be aware of my presence.
area.
Our bolts are sharp.
I desire the rush of the kill.
So everyone but her.
Long have I wished to bring ruin to this land.
I do Cain's bloody work.
Nope.
Countless thousands of
The most important part, the
fallen
item.
with my blade.
I have mastered the most complex of sorceries.
At least the most exciting part.
What is it? I desire more slaves.
I'll send him up here by himself to capture this.
I lead the Drukai on.
None can stand.
Oh, Drew
against the
Kai?
might of Nagar.
That sounds like Drew Key.
Forward march.
Countless thousands have fallen beneath my blade.
I used to always say Drew Chi. Because again, that's what it looks like. But, yeah, that was Drew Key.
I wish to see the blood flow once more.
I get up here, capture this, so I don't have to worry
These
about it.
lands will fall.
Great is my
The enemy
knowledge.
dares to strike against
I
you.
go where I please.
And send everybody else up here behind him.
The pathetic enemy has been sighted.
Pathetic fools, taste my power! You will face an eternity of torment!
Might be something tucked over in this corner here. We'll check it out in a second.
Die, fools! Pathetic fools, taste my
He
power!
likes to say fools a whole
You will
lot.
face an eternity of torment! Your death is assured!
These poor swordsmen don't have a chance.
This foe is beyond us.
Alright, one more volley. Take him down.
More
My
sacrifices
bitterness
decay.
fuels my strength.
My
We'll send him
poison
over
is
here.
Already.
I don't see anything.
Swift and silent I go.
Could be items tucked behind these buildings. I don't think he can crest this
That
hill
is an
yet.
impossibility.
Nope, looks
The
good to me.
darkness shields me. I wish to see the blood flow once more.
And
Your grip
My
upon these
warriors
lands,
follow in my
Titans.
stead.
perfect. Let's go
I must
capture this one.
consolidate my position.
I go
This is going exceedingly well. I'm gonna pat myself on the back after this.
This land will become awash with
The enemy
blood.
dares to strike against you.
This does what for me? Oh, just morale. He has 2 more abilities I haven't unlocked yet. Let's hope I get those soon.
death to the
The
Asur!
pathetic enemy has been sighted.
I go where I please.
Great swords, handgunners, and halberdiers.
The secrets of the dark arts are mine. Let no one dare stand in my path.
Long have I hungered for this day.
Uncap it, recap it. They might be able to shoot them from here, honestly. The towers have some pretty good range. I like for them
Pathetic
to,
enemy has been
You
sighted.
dare to bother me? Die, fools!
Death comes for you. Cain decrees their death. None shall be aware of my presence.
Dares to strike against you. More sacrifices decay.
Save
Man, those crossbow units are doing
We
some
stand awaiting orders, my lord.
serious work.
Your wish, my lord. For the glory of Nagaroth.
Oh, windmill.
Advancing
Oh, no,
now.
can't
my
attack it. I was gonna try and destroy it like we did the one in the Chaos campaign. No, we'll try position. I'll put my spearmen up front.
lord. Our spears
Put them in their shield wall formation.
Something for me? Make way for your betters.
Bow before me.
My actions will be veiled.
as the Witch King wills it.
I go where I please.
Move as one, Drukai.
Death moves swiftly.
Something for me?
Bow down before your
It will
betters.
be as you will it.
Well,
It will be as you
Long
will
live
it.
the Witch King!
Move as one, or feel the lash!
We'll try to play a little smart here.
Darkness shields me.
I am of the noble houses of Nagaroth. What is it?
My blade work is beyond compare.
Death to the Asur!
I do Cain's bloody work.
I hunger for bloodshed.
There we go. Nice little.
I yearn
That
for the
cannot be
kill.
done!
I'm waiting.
Long has been my training.
The enemy dares to strike again.
Great is my knowledge.
I grow weary of this land.
More sacrifices.
Long has been my training.
Yes?
All right. Well, that went well.
The winds of magic coiling around me.
If such lower the spears! Our bolts are shot.
You shall
Let every shot count!
hero.
Great sacrifice of blood.
To study the dark arts.
A worthy
I
sacrifice.
desire more slaves. I must consolidate my position. I go where I please.
Is there a reason why we can't grab that item?
Study the dark arts.
Please grab
I
that
wish
item.
it to be so. I shall wipe this land clear of our hated kin.
Is it not over? Let's see. Always a waste of. Oh, there it is.
Bow
Okay.
before me.
Well, there we have it. I was panicking. I thought the mission was going to end before I could grab that item. That would have been upsetting. Who did pretty good. Very minimal losses across our army. Heroes took most of the damage.
Long have I studied the dark arts.
Death is the only certainty.
Oh, there we go.
Yes?
It's a big boom.
You have succeeded. The Witch King will allow you to live another day.
Foolish of Aurelion to try to hold back the winds of magic. I feel my powers grow.
Cain be praised.
All right.
Victory!
Another resounding success for the Dark Elves. I think that's the last mission before the Orcs. Let's do some leveling up before we proceed. 1 level. 2 levels. And 2 levels. I want... So if I put them... Yeah, I might do this. Since I put them with the crossbow units oftentimes. So what's new? Cloak of Malice, 15% chance hit, plus 1 armor, plus 2 magic resist. Plus 2 armor gives plus 4 armor for 10 seconds when the hero kills an enemy. Chill Blade slows target's attack speed by 25% for 4 seconds. Can only be equipped by Dark Elves. He has Blade of Ruin, ignores armor, causes extra morale damage for 20 seconds. Can only be equipped by Dark Elves. Dragonfire, oh, I bought that one myself, so that's not news. Winged Pendant of Night, plus 5, oh, I think I've already read that. Ring of the Abyss, plus 15% melee damage resist. We'll give that to him. So she could definitely do with some better armor. I think I'll give this to him, though. Plus 15% HP, minus 10% cooldown time. This gives plus 10% to all spells, though. I think I like that more than this. So if I go to the Alchemist, I can sell that. This might be... Let's go and buy that. No one can use it yet. Let's upgrade. I know we're about to swap armies. At least I think we are. Let's do this before I forget anyway. Alright, allies.
Another waystone is near. I sense its vile presence.
The weakling humans are aware of our forces and have prepared their defenses. This will be a costly victory.
Dear Caliph, have you forgotten our erstwhile allies? The Greenskins will keep the focus away from us. They have almost fulfilled their purpose.
As the Dark Elf army drives on towards its goal, Leleith pauses to speak to Caliph. Alright, back in the Orc army. Yeah, I should replenish some of these guys. Like that guy, and probably these guys. Spear throwers. Those boar boys. And that's enough for a full army, I think. So I don't need to do more there. There we go. A Wogget's Thumping Club. 25% chance to stun the target for 3 seconds. Be good for a duelist, I think. He doesn't have any... I'll just go and give it to this guy. Alright, Cracked Skull. We got some reading to do. Gorbash dubbed this latest temporary encampment Cracked Skull after finding a fractured human cranium embedded in the earth here, and the hastily erected conglomeration of crude buildings typified a Greenskin camp. His own hut squats in its center. Sorry, these words are hard to read. It's like the same... It's a similar color to the backdrop. His own hut squats in its center, surrounded by those of his biggest and most important warriors, while the smallest and weakest goblins are pushed to the outer extremities of the camp, where they fight over scraps discarded by their larger brethren. Rotgut's Shrine. Rotgut is an orc shaman possessed of little remaining sanity, who took over the running of this shrine after his predecessor's head exploded spectacularly. Here the favor of Gork and Mort can be garnered. The big pile of stuff. A team of enterprising goblins have gathered this impressive pile of weapons and armor scrounged from the battlefields. Here can be found new equipment for those willing to dig through it. Yeah, we'll go ahead and upgrade this guy a bit, I think. The barracks. Barracks of Gobrat de Fist. Under the watchful gaze of the bully Gobrat, a great construction of war machines is underway here, and the area is teeming with goblins hard at work. Warriors lays around here picking fights, eager for Gorbash to launch his next attack against the humans. Oh, we got a handful of new... Well, I guess just the... Yeah, I read about the goblins yet. The majority of goblins living in open areas, most notably in the Badlands and Darklands, are common goblins, or just ordinary gobbos. They're as common as muck throughout the hills, valleys, and plains of the old world and beyond. Travelers quite cheerfully refer to all the different goblins as goblins, but where this might prove confusing, they call ordinary goblins simply common goblins. To give them their due, goblins are prolific. There are lots of them, and no matter how many die or run away, there are always plenty left. Their preferred method of fighting is to shoot their enemy in the back from a good distance. They are decent shots, but in other respects are poor and often unwilling fighters. However, they are dangerous in large numbers, and quite capable of defeating far better troops via their sheer overwhelming numbers. Then spear throwers. These goblins have shown an aptitude for throwing spears and become part of the goblin spear throwers. Not that they have shown any extraordinary type of skill, but have rather figured out that staying a bit farther from the enemy may help the chances of staying alive. It's not uncommon to see infighting without the presence of a strong leader. They may not be incredibly accurate, but the rate at which they throw spears usually finds a target. Throw the spears usually finds a target. Then a troll. These are large creatures, very strong, but also rather stupid. There are many different kinds because, like greenskins, trolls vary a great deal in appearance. However, it is fair to say that they are universally big, ugly, hungry, and best avoided where possible. All types of trolls are rightly feared because of their unthinking ferocity and indiscriminate appetite. They'll eat anything they can find, including flesh and bone, wood, rocks, bits of metal, and even sprouts. The digestive juices of the trolls are prized by alchemists as the most corrosive substance known to science. The other unusual characteristic of trolls is that if their flesh is damaged, it regrows almost immediately, including claws, hands, feet, and even entire limbs. To kill a troll, it is necessary to either inflict a great deal of damage or to burn it in order to prevent it from regenerating. Fire is the second greatest ally of the troll fighter, the troll's own stupidity being the first. Then read about the rock lobber. Stone-throwing devices are common in orc and goblin armies, constructed by nimble-fingered goblins from wood, iron, and bone, lashed together with squig-hide ropes. They are simple yet highly effective war machines, able to hurl massive blocks of stone and rock into the midst of the enemy, to the delight of their goblin crew. And then giants. I was actually going to talk about... Oh, cool. Giants have some pretty neat lore. They used to be called Sky Titans, and they used to be a very advanced race, but we'll get into that, I guess, as we read the lore here. A millennia ago, the giants lived in castles. Hewn from the vast peaks of the mountains of Morn, the realm was a peaceful archipelago of plateaus, surrounded by a sea of white cloud. Civilizations rose and fell below, but these Sky Titans remained hidden from the eyes of the smaller races. So I think my voice just cracked. Ugh, all this reading. This world was shattered when the ogre homelands were destroyed by the coming of the Great Maw. Forcing the ogres into the mountains, a war in the heavens ensued. Though the Sky Titans were mighty, the ogres' numbers prevailed, and they held feast after feast in the castles of their victims before pulling down their fastnesses and hurling them into the valleys below. So the Great Maw, I guess, came from outer space. It crashed into the planet, and it's actually, there's a giant mouth just in the landscape. The ogres worship it. But there's actually, I think there's supposed to be a mouth on both sides of the world. So there's one on one side where it hit and it like chewed all the way through the planet, or through the earth, and there should be a mouth on the other side of the planet as well. The few surviving Sky Titans fled. Forced into small tribes, they became inbred, their intellect dwindling. Now the last remaining giants are nomads, terrorizing the old world as mercenaries or brutes. Alright, so I'm going to get some Night Goblin Spear Throwers, because they seem very handy to have. And then I'll grab a giant and one of these. Alright, and then the alchemist. A Bork Backstabber. A Bork came into possession of his fine array of magical trinkets after savagely beating their previous owner into submission, following a break in the fighting against the humans. He has no real knowledge of what it is he now owns, and is happy to sell them off to the highest bidder. Oh, we have a decent amount of money. What do we need? We can afford this and some health potions. For the Blood Beast, plus 15% HP. Ooh. That might be good for him. I mean, it's a good item to have in general, so I think what I'll do is I'll give that to him and then give him some HP. I think that'll do for now. In the next episode, we'll go to the Hammer Falls. I forgot what this icon means. I think this is just the hero, right? Yeah, because the skull with the starburst behind it is the big battles. I think this is just the hero battle, right? Don't remember. Well, anyway, gonna call it here regardless. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next episode.